Okay, welcome to another podcast show at Flemington Town Crier. Much overdue, and the first of the year of 2013. Yes, oh my God. And I'm your host, Leonardo Perez, from, of course, the town of Flemington, New Jersey. We are experiencing a little bit of a cold spell today and through this week, but it seems to be, or it's going to warm up later on, hopefully, and make it a little more pleasant. Although I don't count out your chickens before they're hatched, as they say, because we are probably still due for some more snow weather. Snow weather. Well, some people might actually think that it's a great thing to have snow weather. You're watching a picture of downtown Flemington advertising their classic car show. That was taken at a better time of the year when it was actually warmer and more pleasant to walk around. So I'm using the Mac Mini again, believe it or not, despite the fact that I was running into a lot of issues with it. I've had to go back and start anew with the Mac Mini as far as trying to get some of the bugs worked out on it, and really my fault. I just laid out too much or tried to put too many programs and applications to run at the same time, something a normal user would not normally do. Of course, you being an abnormal user, or rather the normal user, I'm the abnormal, you wouldn't run into this kind of trouble. I have a Tech Rant hotline and also Flemington Town Crier hotline, which is really 908-751-19, or rather not 19, 3901. 908-751-3901. I don't think it's on. Let me check and see. Hold on. No, it's not. It's not on. It's preloaded in another computer system, which is a little flaky as well. I've got major work to do here. As a technician who has somewhat fallen behind sometimes in the times and in practice to get things done as I used to do. I've created a little bit of a hellhole for myself, with the exception of being entertained via Netflix. By the way, Comcast, our ISP in the Flemington area, seems to be doing some improvements in our signal as far as the internet is concerned. The people at corporate office and good old Sam there, and all the technicians out there on the field in my area seem to be taking this finally seriously, and they're out there in force trying to get the signal to be more steady, more reliable. I've been rating or getting results close or near 20 Mbps down and almost 3 up, which is more than just fine for any podcast show that I should have via Ustream. Now, the other problem would be Ustream itself, the Ustream servers being overwhelmed and not working just quite right? Yes. All right, and here is my webcam. You're finally seeing my kisser here. I haven't shaved. I'm sorry, I apologize for that, but sometimes just can't do it. I'm a lazy guy, I admit it, and I seek out comfort. God knows I'm deprived of it many times because of medical issues. So whenever I get a chance to get the comfort, I get it. Now, just one moment while I'll be right back. Just a moment. Hold on. Just a moment. I got to do something. Okay, I wasn't. Excuse me. I wasn't going to review the Nexus tablet, but I find it so handy and so impressive that I just had to say something. I got it here locally at the Staples store here in Flemington or Flemington Township, the Circle. This is the box for it. As you can see, Nexus 7, and it is made for Google Play, full-featured Android tablet, pure Google. I got to tell you the truth. It is pure Google. This is a very impressive tablet with impressive specifications and functions. And oh, by the way, for those of you who are curious, and the music in the background, it's from the old island of Puerto Rico. I think what the title is, but it is a classic social song. Anyway, this is the tablet itself. I got a little casing, or not very impressive case, and as you can see, the casing is not so bad. It protects it. I tried to get it to get protected with a screensaver, but unfortunately, like most screen covers that they sell on the market, not prejudiced against one company or another, it's all of them, they have a problem with bubble effect and being able to have it look nicely on your tablet. You really got to go through a lot of trouble if you find a screen cover that actually does work. Some actually tell you to spray a little damp water and then squeeze it out. Others say don't do that. There's a whole litany of things that they suggest that you should do, and it's a little difficult to view the tablet. The clarity is not going to be very good because it's so close to the webcam, and there's nothing here that you can expand upon, not from the box. I mean, there's no SD card or micro SD card. The only connector that it has is a USB power plug, and I don't know if they have an option to get a USB whatever HDMI conversion connection kit, but I doubt it. It's a very good tablet. It's fast, reliable. It works excellent with Google. It is made for Google, and the greatest thing about it is that it is made also by ASUS. This is an ASUS tablet, 7-inch ASUS tablet. Now, I just got finished getting rid of my old ASUS tablet, and I was, believe me, I went through a little depression there because it was my all-in-one tablet, and I was using it for everything. That thing was so reliable, so steady, so perky, and I mean, you could depend on it. No matter what application you happen to install most of the time. And someone out there has my old ASUS 10-inch, 10.1-inch tablet, the T101. I know there are other models newer now, the T201 and the T301, something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, memory shot. So anyway, those are good tablets and everything. So that's my tech advice for today. If you're going to get a tablet, you're looking at the market, this is not a bad tablet. And a 7-inch format is a format that can be handled quite easily by most people, whereas opposed to 10 inches, you're going to have the double hands on it. Although, yeah, it has a nice size screen, that's for sure, for people that are visually impaired like myself. So, Flemington. What's going on with Flemington? Well, I mentioned the fact that Comcast in our area has been diligent and active in trying to make this area and me as well, my account, stable, reliable. We've been up and down all over the place in speeds, and this had very little, if nothing, to do with the so-called Sandy storm effect that we went through. This was going on before, but it seems to continue. And I was in the hopes that serious in Comcast, within the Comcast community, corporate office or whatever, would take the matter seriously and attend to it. It doesn't take much. I've given my recommendations as far as, well, I can't say it doesn't take much. It does take some effort. I've given some of my recommendations as to what they may want to look into to see if they can find the cause of the problem. One of which is to follow the logs. All networking, at least all networking that I used to know of, are recorded as far as logs, time in, time out, speeds, things like that. And that might give it a clue, or that may give the technician a clue as to what's going on at a certain time frame or whatever. That's just one tool that they can use. There are other tools that they can use as well. And it seems like they are doing a pretty good job. I did a test the other day, and I did a test today as well, and we're close to 20 Mbps down, which is incredible. I've never seen it stay at that range for longer than 3 tests same day. I'm hoping that this will continue. I mean, it's expected that 1 or 2 incidents of droppage in service or speed are to be expected, but it shouldn't be a consistent problem, bringing down the average speed of the internet to a dismal level like it was before. But the people at Comcast are doing their part, and I salute them for doing so. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work, and I will have nothing but good things to say about you. I promise. I promise. Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh my God. What should we look at next? Let's see. We got Comcast signal, right? There's a rumor going about that the Jersey Power Light Company are going to raise rates. Yeah. Even though they, according to one news article, had a record-breaking profit margin last year. So they're making money, but they want to make more. Now, I understand that there's some people that are in the process of blocking them from doing such a thing. I would think that that was already in place, but who am I to think the government or the law being a reasonable entity and making sense? Yeah. So that's another problem. Also, I've heard some rumors, and again, I stress rumors, that are very strong about the state of New Jersey taking advantage of their drivers and giving them surcharges unnecessarily, even if the judge or the courtroom that decides your case does so in a way that says no surcharges. They turn around and they decide, no, the judge has no authority to decide that. We are going to apply surcharges. So the state of New Jersey, the Division of Motor Vehicle, is in the practice right now of adding surcharges, even when surcharges are not or should not be implemented on drivers. And it's all a question of money. It has nothing to do, or very little, if anything, to do with punishment. So it's a question of collecting money. It's a question of raising or forcing the user or the driver to pay more insurance unnecessarily for traffic lights that record you eating a red light or whatever improperly. It's already been questioned, but we can't go backwards. We can't question all the so-called suspicious tickets that were issued out and then implemented with surcharges later on. No, that's too much to ask for. Let's just keep on abusing our drivers and making sure that they pay out the nose. God knows they're full of money, right? They are full of money. Yes, lots and lots of money. Speaking of which, today earlier, I was speaking to an individual that was talking about the average income, and I once again, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if there's somebody out there that could validate validate or give me more accurate information, please do so. But the average income in the state of New Jersey for a single person is around $25,000 a year. Yes. Yes, $25,000 a year. Now, if you think about the fact that if you have to pay $1,000 a month, which is pretty average, for a one-bedroom apartment in the state of New Jersey, considering the cost that we have here, that is $12,000 a year. That's half of your income gone just to pay rent, not to pay for food, not to pay for your financial obligations, your car debt, or whatever, so you can get back and forth to work. Forget cable. That's a luxury. That's considered a luxury by most people, right? It's not. It's not a luxury anymore. You're talking about a very small amount of money to be making in order to survive in this great state. And it didn't surprise me that I heard the other day on the radio station, 101.5. I listen to their babble every now and then because sometimes it makes sense and most of the times it doesn't because of their racial stance that they are in. The normal insurance, it just doesn't make any sense. The stuff that's going on in the state of New Jersey. People are moving out. Record-breaking number of people in the state of New Jersey who call the state their home are moving out. It just costs too much. And then people who live in other states where they've screwed it up royally, like New York, with implementing this tax, that tax, and the other tax, move on in to the state and consider this to be utopia, considering where they came from, as far as cost and all that. So that seems to be the flow, and it's unfortunate that we're losing so many people that call New Jersey their home that are actually true Jerseyans. Like myself, I consider myself to be a true Jerseyan. My sister and brother were born in New Jersey. I was not born in New Jersey, but I was raised here all my life. And I consider New Jersey my home. And when I enlisted in the service, I was announced in the newspaper, like most people at the time were, in my hometown area. I don't think they announced when I got released. I don't think they care. When you get released, they didn't care. It's the fact that you went in that they care about. Speaking of which, there goes the other topic that I wanted to talk about: veteran services. Let's be a little more local. I'm already having veterans issues personally, and that of others looked upon in another show. I will try to cover, but it is being looked upon by serious, or at least I hope so, serious individuals, including the Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs, according to one contact in the Senator's office in Newark, and Eric Kennel, I believe, Congressman, in charge of the Committee of Veterans Affairs. I haven't heard anything from him, so I don't know what's going on with him. He might be busy. He might not be. He might be ignoring the issue. I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping that the system will work for me and other veterans that unfortunately, have been forced to move up the scale of command in order to have their issues resolved. And it shouldn't have to reach that level. To tell you the truth, most veterans should be able to resolve their problems within the Veterans Administration, but the entity is so large, so vast, and so full of red tape that it doesn't take much for confusion to set in, and for one individual or two to create havoc for the veteran, and vice versa, for one or two individuals to correct the havoc and provide justice, justifiable service, and recognition to the veterans and their families. We keep forgetting about the families of veterans, especially those who have survived the death of a loved one. My heart goes out to you. I salute you and your sacrifice for your service in your part in playing while your loved one was enlisted in the service. There are many veterans that don't have golden watches of retirement and pension funds galore, and there are a lot of veterans that solely depend on the Social Security system and their service-connected low, ridiculously low rating, their way of being given thanks by the government for their service. And sometimes things are put on paper and they look great, but when they're actually implemented, they are not actually done in a way that benefits or that you or me would think so. Looks great on paper, but follow through and you'll see that it is not the case, unfortunately. Yep. So anyway, as far as veterans concerned in the area of Hunterdon County, the Flemington area, we have a rep here near the hospital at the Social Services office that I'm still trying to figure out what he does. I think he provides some form of counseling, some help. It's very unclear as to what it is he's doing for veterans, if anything. Not to say anything negative about him, it's just that it's very unclear as to what it is he does. The few times that I've come across this person, he's referred me back to the VA system as opposed to him digging in and looking into the problem himself in some way and assist. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my particular problem. But we have a veteran representative here in the Hunterdon County area. I believe there's one in every county. Somerset County, I believe, has one in Raritan, the town, I believe, or wherever they're located right now. And I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Another problem that we face here in Flemington that is serious and comes to and hits me in the heart is the way we're treating our seniors here in the state of New Jersey and in Flemington. Okay, I'm going to talk about Flemington because I don't know what's going on in the rest of the state. All I know that transportation, one of the services that are provided for those seniors that meet the criteria, which basically is one of the major criteria, is that they are totally bedbound, incapacitated, can't talk, walk, or whatever, need to be transported via ambulance to see their doctor or anything else. It's either that or 911. Well, logistics, I believe, the transportation company that's been placed in charge of providing transportation for the seniors in this area and those that fall within the social services program are irresponsible. I've written letters to them. They've made many excuses with very little or proper logistical explanation as to why they're not providing proper transportation for those seniors who need to see their doctors for preventive care. Now, it's either they go see their doctor before a small problems become more serious, or they allow the senior to draw upon the system at a larger quantity in transportation and services when an emergency is just out of control. Now, I've contacted the state of New Jersey. I have yet to receive any real explanation as to what it is they're going to do about this. And I've also contacted several news organizations, and apparently this is a subject that is taboo, does not want to be handled by the media or the government or anyone else. So I figured I'd make a point of it. I am kind of the media. you're watching my show, and many others will too, hopefully in the future. And if you don't, I really don't give a damn. Like I said, I don't care how many people follow me. It would be great if 1 million or 2 million or whatever would follow me, but I'm happy with 2 or 3. I'm fine with that. This is a form of therapy and getting it out. It's on record. But Logistic Care does not provide proper transportation, a reliable transportation, to the seniors in this area. And I'm talking about Flemington, Hunt County. I don't know if they're doing the same thing in the rest of the state, but where there's smoke, there's a fire. I'm waiting for the State Department of Senior Services in Trenton to look into the problem and resolve it. Find some way of resolution. Now, some have come across with excuses that they don't have enough drivers. Others say that they're not getting paid enough for their contracts. I say, when the contracts are being bid upon, if you can't provide the services, give it to someone else that can. Competition. If you can't provide the services, don't promise or bid for it and then get a contract by the state to do so. If you do, you should be held accountable. You should be held accountable for transportation, because these seniors depend on the transportation to and from their doctor's office in order to do some preventive care. Start off as a little cold, might turn into a full-blown pneumonia infection requiring major medical intervention and a larger amount of money being spewed out by the healthcare system. And some of these seniors are not just on Medicare, but on Medicaid. So it stands to reason that preventive care should be attended to properly. So I'm hoping that the people at Logistic Care will start taking this seriously. I will be following up. I'm not going to sit back and wait idly by while they just act like if they ignore it enough, it'll go away. It will not go away. It'll go away when seniors in this area are finally being attended to and respected in a way, in a manner that they deserve. Speaking of which, that is just one of many other issues that seniors face in the state of New Jersey. The forgotten group of people in the state, the first ones to be abused as far as being taken advantage of or having their benefits cut, slashed, whatever. And also the disabled or the mentally impaired or the problem child, or this group of people are the first group that are attacked. And you would think that we would have a little more respect for our seniors that have worked all their lives, put into the system with taxes, and provided us with a country to be able to live in. But no, we do not thank our seniors this way. We don't thank our veterans this way. And it's unfortunate. There are good people out there, but they're being drowned out by the morons and the evil ones, the ones that should never hold a position of authority that affect these individuals. So I've got 30 minutes in. I think I'm going to end the show, and I'm going to hope that you enjoyed the topics that I've covered. If you got any information regarding any of the topics that I've covered so far, any questions, comments, suggestions, please send them to my email, lperez@vrpcworld.org. That's lperez@vrpcworld.org. You can go to my Twitter account at Leo Perez. That's my Twitter account at Leo Perez, excuse me. Or you can call my hotline, 908-751-3901, 908-751-3901. And this is Lee Perez from the town of Flemington, New Jersey, saying thank you for watching another episode of my show. And always protect your rights. You guys know me by that, don't you? Always protect your rights. And hopefully my show will get a little bit better each time. And maybe we'll see down below here some sponsors so that I don't go bankrupt from doing all of this. Until next time, take care.